Hello guys, it's Sendou again. So, just idea I have the video for just now, and I think it's a pretty important topic in Splatoon 2, and I think this is something that many players are still trying to figure out. And specifically, I have many questions that kind of closely tie to this. So, with that in mind, today we're talking about a bit about dying and risk taking and so on. And later also, once more, why is quick respawn good in this game? But yeah, so when you think about Splatoon as a game, how it's arranged, like the basic rules and so on, you just really can't avoid dying, can you? Like, the game is just designed in a way where you have to die eventually, if you're doing objective. So, even if you watch good players play, you still see that, okay, these players are obviously like know what they're doing, but they're still dying quite a bit. Like, why is that? And yeah, simple explanation to that is that they're playing so good players that they just outskill them and are able to slay them. But really the other reason to it is something that ties to risk taking. So, a completely possible way for me to play a game of Splatoon is without taking any risk at all. So even if I'm playing Blaster, so it's possible for me to like never leave this area, basically, like play in ultra defensive way, where I basically only punish people who overextend and so on. And with this in mind, I think it would be possible for me to attain a hugely positive KD and so on. But this is more like a playstyle you expect from, you know, backliners, maybe Spatlings, and so on. But really, this is how some people you see playing, like they are very afraid of dying. And this was worse in Splatoon 1 when it was still like showing you death counter, that some people were really afraid of dying. But just think about how this game is arranged. We have to take this thing towards there. Like, both of these things are gonna be like risky. Like, eventually I'm gonna have to take risks. And like when you think about the word risk, that's so normal, like for human, like oh my god, like taking risk is super bad or something. But really, it only ties to the thinking that, okay, just two things in mind: what I'm gonna do, and is it worth the risk? Because pretty much everything has a risk attached to it. Like even staying here still has a risk to it, even if it's much smaller than actually going here or even going to that plat. So you have to think, okay, I'm doing something that's worthwhile. It's worth taking the risk. So, for example, okay, I drop down. Well, I have to drop down in order to make something happen. But even further than that, I'm gonna push the plat because, you know, we have to eventually get the Raymaker and put it up here. So I'm pushing all the way to the plat. And this is very risky. Like, I really can't always know where they are. They have high advantage over me from here. They can be here. They can be still in their spawn and still drop on me. Like, there's so many risky things that can happen and lead to my death. But still, I have to do this in order for us to win. And I'm playing Blasters, so I have to think about it. If it's not me, then who? And most likely, there's no weapon that's better than you at doing this. So this is kind of like your job. And this is like the main point here is how it ties to this, is that this is like the real reason why I need quick respawn. Because I'm forced to do plays that are, you know, likely to end up badly for me. But it's still like necessary in order for us to win. So yeah, I have to push here and so on. But having quick respawn really helps me to negate the risk. It's like a safety net, really. I think it's good to think about quick respawn as safety net. Yeah, well, if everything goes perfectly, I go 20-0, then yeah, well, I needed quick respawn. But guess what? I also went 20-0, so literally I didn't need any assistance at all from here side. So still a quick respawn. You know, it's just faster, like it wasn't bad or anything. I mean, we still like stomped them completely, so whatever, quick respawn wasn't needed. But more normal for games, even if I play solo where I assume, okay, I'm most likely gonna be the strongest player in the lobby. But still I die because I'm playing in a risky way, and I have to if I want to win. So that's like the main thing here, is that if you are frontliner player, so you have to start taking risk, like you have to be smart about risk. And when you die, you can think about this. When I'm learning, and when I die, I have to think about this. Okay, I die here. okay, you think about what caused my death, and was it the result of a risk that I took that didn't work out, but it was still a good risk to take, or was it something that I miscalculated from the beginning and it was a bad risk to take? So that's the difference to make. When you die, all deaths are not equal. You can do something really stupid, like I can even do this, like it's not equal to me going to their base and actually trying to make something happen, and then something unfortunately unlucky happens and I die. Like that's the difference between two deaths, and you know that's why I think it's good that they don't show deaths anymore at the scoreboard, and why people shouldn't be too afraid of just dying and so on. And I'm talking about, like, don't take it this way, okay, I just have to feed like 24/7, like Sendou told me to take risk, like you just doing this the whole game and going back forward. Like, no, you have to have like some pacing in your game. Like, okay, sometimes I'm playing more aggro if the situation demands it, and sometimes I'm not. So really, like, just thinking about it a bit. And then the second part is the quick respawn, which is something that people ask about daily. Well, almost daily people ask, like, why are you running quick respawn? I thought it was super bad. Well, boom. This is a pretty good page, splatoonwiki.org. But yeah, here you can like refresh your memory and how it works. Like, you can just come to this page and read up on it if you want to. But really, like, quick respawn is like insane effective even in this game. Like, just look at how nicely it stacks, like how steep this is in the end. Like with 3 mains you can get like down to 5.5 point respawn time, so 3 seconds less than without a quick respawn. So in Splatoon, like, it's very bad when you're dead, okay? Like, that's when bad things happen. So quick respawn gun like helps against that, basically. But still, like, keep in mind everything I said like previously, the previous section, and this is like more like the gravy on it. Like, yeah, on top of that, guess what, quick respawn is still super effective. And every time in shooter you have some kind of ability that messes up with the respawn time, like by default it's pretty strong. But yeah, quick respawn, like, the basic thing is 2 things. First, like I explained, the safety net. So you take risk, and sometimes the risk doesn't work out, that's why it's called the risk. But that's why you have quick respawn. And quick respawn helps to negate some of that risk that you took, and then you can come back faster and take another good risk, not bad risk. Second thing, and why you see quick respawn played so much in Japanese Splat Zones meta, is that it lets you have more attempts at retaking the zone in Splat Zones. So when you die in the retake zone, well, sometimes it doesn't really work out like that. You die, don't get any kills. But with quick respawn you come back faster, and overall just you're more likely to be in sync with your team fast. And in TC, Rainmaker, Clan Blitz, well, still, yeah, like, optimally when you defend you always get a kill. But against good players it doesn't exactly work like that always. Like, people push in and it's super hard to get those guys on the first attempt. So again, quick respawn I have here, so I'm back in 5.5 seconds or like 6 seconds instead of 8.5. So like 3 seconds is super long time in a Splatoon game if they're pushing and making stuff happen. Like 3 seconds is a huge amount of time. But yeah, I want to make this video just because I saw some questions about quick respawn. I think it would be good to clarify it some more, so hopefully it was useful. If you have any comments, please leave some. And otherwise, I'll see you guys next time and hope you liked the video.